All right, this is about the immune system. Your body has an immune system, and your immune system is made up of chemicals. And those chemicals come into your body when you eat brightly colored, green, densely colored vegetables. This isn't a good example of them because they're not giving me very good ones in this nursing home. If you've heard of salad mix, you know what that is. And variations in colors, as many different colors you can get. Leafy, green, bright, white vegetables. Broccoli and cauliflower would be some of them also. Cucumber is very healthy, especially if you eat some of the skin, which is green. Green, 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 green. The more green you put in you, the more bright colored things. Now, broccoli is very brightly colored white, see? I mean, the cauliflower, and broccoli is green. Lettuce, iceberg lettuce you don't want much of. Your romaine lettuce, which is mostly what this is here, isn't bad, but it isn't great. You want that really something you eat it and it tastes. Now, broccoli rabe is a good one, and Swiss chard and cabbage is good. Broccoli and cauliflower come from cabbage. They're a part of the cabbage family. This is what you want to eat. And how much do you need to eat? Well, it wouldn't be bad for you to eat about a half a pound of them a day. Especially if you're an American and you've been eating American food most of your life for about a month. You need to eat a lot of green, brightly colored, leafy vegetables. No seeds, no grains, and not any. Don't eat string beans or peas. Don't eat anything that's a seed. If you want to eat green beans, take the seeds out and eat the shells, but I wouldn't do that either. Just eat lots of green leafy vegetables. And the reason you have to do that is if you're going to eat that you need to eat a lot of it so it fills you up so you're not hungry. Otherwise, you're going to be eating other stuff that you shouldn't eat, especially in our diet. But if you put a lot of these chemicals into your body, your body uses those chemicals to make a immune system for you, and you'll have a strong immune system. What does the immune system do? Well, first, it helps your body to cope with stress. If you're coping with stress, if you're under stress, if you have lots and lots of green vegetables, brightly colored, leafy vegetables, the chemicals from that are coming into you every day will give your immune system the ability to let you be less stressful, less harmed by your stress. And you need to have, good to eat most of them uncooked. Spinach is good, cooked or uncooked. Broccoli raw, bitter vegetables, bright vegetables, tasty vegetables, dandelion, dandelion and chicory and any of these foods are really healthy and good, and you should eat lots and lots of them. Another time we'll do a video explaining you how to rinse your salad so you don't end up with sand in it. But now, if you eat lots of green vegetables, for a month, eat all the green vegetables you can get. Eat so many of them that you don't want to eat anything else. And over the course of the month, you report back to us, how it affects you. I'll tell you how it will affect you. You will feel so good after a month of doing that. You will feel good. If you have trouble with your teeth like I do, chop the stuff up and eat it like a pulse. If you have no teeth, grind it up with a grinder, put it in a blender, put it in a Vitamix or something like that. Don't ever juice anything in a juicer that separates the pulp from the juice and gives you the juice. You're just wasting your money and your time. It's the fiber in this food that produces half of the health that it gives you. And you want to ingest it and digest it, and the process of digesting these foods actually the digestion of the food gives your intestines and your body activity, and activity gives you health. Here's what the immune system does. First, it copes with stress. After it finishes coping with stress to the extent that it can, then it tries to repair damaged cells. And then it tries to, if it can, create new cells. Because cells are dying in your body, especially if you're over 33. Up to 33, your body's producing more new cells than are dying. After 33, unless you're eating lots of the right foods in the right ways, your body starts destroying more cells than it makes. If you keep yourself well stocked with the immune system chemicals, you will not age. And if you do the other things we talk about, there's about 8 things you can do. Maybe that number's wrong, but if you do them diligently, you will be someone who, when you're 80, will look like most people look when they're 45 or 50, and people will mention it. Now, the other thing is, now, broccoli and cauliflower, the cabbages, you should cook them slightly. Don't cook them till they're dead. But cabbage you can. You can cook cabbage and drink all the juice and eat it. But the broccoli and the cauliflower, if you make it like this, like they do here, this isn't too bad. But this is terrible. It's all squishy, and that's why kids won't want to eat it. If you make broccoli really good and cauliflower, and you put some lemon juice on it instead of salt, and you get them used to it, children will eat that. The other things you want to put are things like this: basil, leaves, dried leaves, parsley, dried leaves, oregano. If you put oregano on it, you want to pinch it between your fingers as you're putting it on, so you let the oils come out. There's other dried herbs and spices that you can put on, like thyme and rosemary. Don't put too much of them, a little. There's lots of other things you can put on it. Don't put a salad dressing on it, because the salad dressings you're going to get are going to be containing foods that are harmful to you, and they're going to have a lot of salt in them. If you want to be healthy, you got to have, for every gram or particle of sodium you take, you got to have about 24 particles of potassium in your diet, and you don't have it in the American diet. You have to fix that. You have to fix it, because nobody else will. You need some salt, but you need a lot of potassium for every piece of salt. But now, the other thing is now tomatoes. Don't ever eat tomatoes. Stop eating tomatoes. Tomatoes are cultivated from a poisonous plant called deadly nightshade. And if you eat them, they are harming your immune system. They're harming your health in a very subtle way that you don't notice. But many persons who eliminate tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, and eggplant from their diet, in about 6 months they'll find themselves having less trouble with arthritis, less trouble with their health. And you can get lycopene, which is in tomato seeds, the yellow, some of them. You can get that other ways besides tomatoes. Anything that you need and want, God has it provided for you in a way that's healthy for your body rather than harmful. Basil and parsley are dried leaves, vegetables. They're herbs also, and they're very, very good. I would, if I was eating a meal the way I want to eat it, I would take 11 or 15 ounces of this salad, and I would put a half a cup of basil dried and a half a cup of parsley and a quarter of a cup or less of oregano that I squeezed, a little bit of thyme, a little more rosemary, and I would eat all of that. You do that every day for a month, and you would be saying, wow. And if you remember us, you might come back and help us to share this information with others. God loves you. God loves you so much, and the devil hates you. Believe that God loves you and learn how to eat right and healthy, and you'll be glad that you did. And so will we, because we love you also.